No,
You just asked me a question.
You're saying that we're hiding things.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that we're not. And any cop that avoids honesty shouldn't be doing his job.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing his job, according to what you just said.
So this is obviously a longer video, and that's because like every second of this thing is action-packed, so to speak. Going through it, there aren't even any seconds that I felt should be cut out. I also took a poll, and you answered, and the overwhelming majority said you want to see the whole thing. Honestly, I would too. But I also want to be fully transparent. I don't want anyone to say that I trimmed anything out of here, and you'll see that was even claimed that I'm not transparent in this video, so I want every bit of it out there. We are at the Deland Police Department in Florida. I'm here to talk to Captain Dice. If you've already followed this story of their internal investigation with their Corporal Damon Clark, with the allegations that involve minors, the fact that they didn't notify the school, the fact that he still works here, if you're already familiar, you already know what's going on, skip forward to this timestamp, unless you want the brief preface that I'm going to give here. Some officers with the department made some allegations about another officer, Damon Clark. Some of these involved victims of crimes. Some of these things involved juveniles at a high school. Many of you have asked for a copy of the full report, and you've read it for yourself. You know how disturbing it is. And it's been my goal to make the public aware. This guy still works here. Everybody can make their own conclusions, but everybody should know. This is public record, but the majority of the public doesn't know that it exists. So I've handed out copies of this report. I've emailed copies of this report. I've put copies in the lobby of their own department. If a department is pro-transparency, this is their own report, they'd agree. They'd leave it right there in the lobby, right? Unfortunately, they keep removing it. I've replaced that copy countless times. It would seem they might not want many people to know about it, or maybe limit the amount of people that learn about it. That doesn't sound like transparency. That doesn't sound like accountability. I then requested footage from the lobby through public records that will show who is removing these internal investigation copies. Although they have released that footage from those cameras previously and in the recent history, now they decided not to. They just don't want to. I've been trying to communicate with Captain Dice of the department, who is the one who denied the request. We exchanged several emails and got nowhere, so I requested a meeting. He happily agreed, and we were to set up a meeting. He then abruptly canceled that. He said he no longer wants to meet. He doesn't want to talk, which in my opinion makes the department look even worse. If you got nothing to hide, why won't you talk? But I don't give up, and I don't back down, and I encountered him and got him to speak to me, and for a long time. Wait until you hear what he has to say. I was standing in a public area behind their department, outside of their unauthorized perimeter, and I bet a fence will get installed soon. But who happened to show up? Captain Dice himself. Let's see how this goes. Guarantee he's going to run away. Guarantee it. Captain Dice.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Here's your opportunity.
So what now?
I say, here's your opportunity.
God bless you, brother.
We can have, or you could defend cowardice, or you could have the discussion. I assume you're going to walk away and defend, you're going to uphold cowardice, right?
God bless you. I love you.
The ball is in your court for the image that you want to portray. The Deland Police Department administration continuously runs away from accountability and transparency. Captain Dice right here single-handedly is fighting transparency. He is battling to be against being transparent. I give him every opportunity to discuss it and prove me wrong. He politely declines. You're not doing it for me, you're doing it for your department. So no favors to me. Let's see, will the Deland Police Department administration face accountability? Remember my face, it is that of accountability, Captain Dice. Yours is the face of cowardice and defending the blue line.
God bless you, brother.
You want to come talk?
No, God bless
You don't want to talk, right? You've got nothing to say in response to accountability.
I'm always open.
No, you're not always open. I've been trying. You've declined.
No.
And now you're back here, and the safety of the perimeter of your sign saying "Do not enter." You won't walk over here. You'll only say "God bless" from the distance. You won't face what matters. Cowardice. Watch him walk away. There you go. The ball was in your court. You dropped it again for the entire department.
Captain Dice, Deland Police Department. Let's check out some of the emails we've exchanged. I actually, literally, just before he pulled up, I hit send as he pulled in here. I was just sending the most recent email to him, letting him know, hey, he's been avoiding me, but then he said, sure, he'll meet. I told other people, don't hold your breath. He's not going to hold that meeting. And sure enough, he sent another email today that he declined, and he apologized. You know, I told him, don't apologize to me. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for you. I can't make you look bad or good. I can just show reality. So if you want to look bad, look bad. I don't care. I'll show I'm here to show the people what's real. I'm not here to force you to make yourself look good. I'm not here to force you to make yourself look bad. Just the reality, just what is. And this is the guy that doesn't want to release the lobby footage up front that will show members of this department removing the copy of their own public record internal investigation from the lobby that I've placed there over and over again because they don't want people to see it. And then when you try to request that public record, you got to jump through hoops. It took me 4 weeks to get a copy of it. I already had it, but I just wanted to demonstrate how long it took, because they say, oh, just public record. You can get it. Anybody can see it. Not that easy. And I've given him every opportunity. Let's check out his emails. Let's check out the email correspondence with Captain Dice, who you were just so lucky enough to meet from a cowardly distance. Did you change your mind, Dice? Did you change your mind? You decide you do want to face accountability? I love you too, Dice, but that's got nothing to do with accountability.
I don't call you names, man. You call me a coward.
No, I said you're displaying cowardice.
How can you assume that?
No, I'm not assuming you are. Just like you're showing anti-transparency. That's what you are showing. Not calling you names. I'm showing what you're displaying. We'll see what the public thinks. Is it me or is it everybody else? Show cowardice by going in the door again. It's what you're doing. Hey, Captain, I just wanted to say one thing, just so you know. I gave you every opportunity to show that you're not hiding things from the public, right? Or
I'm not. Why are you talking over me?
Or prove me wrong.
Like, if you listen, a conversation goes two ways.
But you're being denying it.
No,
You're denying it.
You're saying that I'm hiding things. You're saying that we're hiding things.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I've been.
No, listen. No.
You just asked me a question.
You're saying that we're hiding things.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that we're not.
Right.
I'm telling you we're not.
And you had the opportunity to sit down and discuss it.
And I still had the opportunity.
You denied it.
Okay.
You denied it.
Okay, but I'm talking to you now.
But you're only saying we're not hiding things.
We're not.
But you don't want to have the discussion about it.
Listen, man.
Listen,
I have a heart for people, just like I have a heart for you.
And I have a heart for you.
Okay, and thank you.
But listen,
mutually,
but hold on.
It's mutual.
Neither one of us are in charge here,
I get
right?
it.
So,
right.
So
No,
you're not going to be.
not.
No, you're not going to tell me don't talk things like that.
No, you can talk. I'm
I
not
know
telling
I can.
you that.
But my whole thing.
I'm listening.
Has been with this IA investigation, right? You know that. I'm not asking for your opinion on it. I'm not asking.
All right.
My thing has been my opinion, many people's opinion. There's some issues with that. I've tried to make the public aware of it, right?
Okay.
I put some copies in the lobby. They kept disappearing, right? And we both know who's taking them, right? And,
who's taking them?
And I requested.
Who's taking them?
Well, hold on, let me finish.
You said we both know who's.
Don't talk over me. Don't talk over me.
Okay.
Members of the department are taking them.
How
right?
you know that?
Let me finish.
It's an assumption. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, perfect.
I don't assume nothing for you.
Yeah, perfect. It's an assumption. I'm glad you said that. So it's an assumption. So I requested. Now you already explained everything. So just let me finish, and then you can respond. Okay. So I requested that footage from that lobby that you have released before. Is it exempt? Yes. Is it a choice by the department to release that footage? Absolutely. We're in agreement there. Has the department recently released that footage as public record? Yes, they have. So releasing that footage would show whether or not members of the department are removing that copy, right? But now suddenly the department says, we choose not to release that anymore. So that would make a logical person assume, well, we know what it shows. And I will say for at least one instance, I'm 100% certain a member of the department took it. I haven't shown what I have yet, but I'm 100% certain. And if that is the case, that would display a department trying to hide from transparency. That's the department saying, nope, I don't want people seeing this, right? And the department has the opportunity to prove me wrong or explain why they don't want the public to see it. So my biggest thing with that footage is, why not? If you got nothing to hide, why not? Show me up, prove me wrong. I will gladly show the public that, look, I made a mistake. I was wrong. Deland police, fully transparent. They didn't do anything here. They're not hiding anything. I would come out and tell everybody that. But so far, all of your actions have kind of gone along those lines.
Give me an example of that.
Well, for one, in the initial email where you thanked me for holding,
I truly mean,
and that's what I do. I'm not anti-cop. I'm here. For some reason, it seems only administration here has a problem
you're wrong
with me.
about me. I really do.
I hope I am.
I know you are.
And I hope that's true.
You don't even know me, and you
right? We don't know each other. I can only go by actions.
I have not assumed anything about you.
I can only go by actions.
I have been kind to you in my emails. I'm kind to you by standing here talking to you.
Absolutely.
The only thing you've done you called me a coward in an email.
I said
you said my
cowardly.
actions are cowardly.
Cowardly.
Or whatever.
Cowardly,
I didn't say that to you.
And
I didn't say nothing like that to you.
Well, if I did something that showed cowardice, you were welcome to say it to me.
No, I'm not going to do that, man.
But I'm just saying.
There's a lot of things I can say, but I respect you as a man. Why?
It's not a matter of disrespect.
It's disrespectful.
And here,
it is disrespectful.
Listen, you're a public figure. You're a face of this department, right? So when I'm speaking to you,
it's disrespectful.
I don't know you as a person.
Don't call me a coward.
I'm talking to Captain Dice, representative of the Deland Police Department.
I don't care if it's a public figure or not. It's disrespectful. You don't get to do that.
Again,
I don't get to call you names. You don't get to call me names.
Again, I didn't call you a coward. I said it was cowardly.
Okay.
And I stand behind that.
Statement.
I stand
it's
behind
derogatory. And I stand behind being nice to you, even though you called me a coward.
Again, I didn't call you a coward.
It's derogatory.
If
you want to have a positive conversation with me, but you're calling me names.
Again, I didn't call you a name.
Do you understand
right?
that?
I didn't call you a name.
You don't even know me.
There's a difference between calling someone silly and acting silly.
This is the first time that you have ever had a one-on-one encounter with me.
And it's a shame that I've been chasing it for 3 weeks.
You've been chasing what?
An encounter with you for 3 weeks.
So you think that I don't have anything to do?
No, I know that you do.
Okay.
I know that you do.
So why would you say you've been chasing for 3 weeks?
Because I get no response from your assistant.
You've been trying to make an appointment
from you, and then you stopped responding to me. And then you did set up.
Start responding to you when?
In the emails a couple weeks ago when we were having the ongoing, but then you set up a meeting.
So why would you say that I stopped responding?
Let's have it, because you stopped responding.
Okay, but why would you insinuate that I stopped responding? Why would you say that?
Your definition of words is confusing. I'm not insinuating.
I would love for you to tell me how I stopped
the communication.
Okay. When the last time that you received communication from me through an email?
I started again yesterday, to which you responded.
Okay, so did I cease communication?
A couple of weeks ago, yes, you did, and I restarted it yesterday.
So why did I respond to you today?
Today, to cancel the meeting you said you wanted to have.
And why did I respond to you a couple of weeks ago?
To tell me that you chose no longer to release the footage.
To tell you to tell you that I don't mind communicating with you. In my communication with you, I told you that we can no longer release the footage. I'm the only one that you can email in this department that I know that you've emailed in this department, and that actually responded to you in an email.
I've got some responses.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I've had a lot of people talk to me from this department, and a lot of
I understand. I'm talking about me.
I'm not worried about you just brought up. Well, if you're not worried about other people,
I'm talking about me.
You brought up other people just a moment ago.
Me.
Right? But you just brought up other people.
Okay, let's talk about me.
Okay, well, don't bring up other people then.
What is your issue with Captain Dice?
I'll explain it again, right? Don't talk over me. My problem with you, Captain Dice, representative of the Deland Police Department, who as a person I don't know.
And a representative of this community.
Right. And who as a person I don't know is dealing with a serious issue in the public's eyes, right?
by...
What serious issue is Captain Dice dealing with?
Or don't tell me you don't want to talk about it, right? We have allegations against an officer. Some of these allegations involving children.
What issue is a serious issue is Captain Dice dealing with?
Are you going to keep... You keep asking me to stop talking over you.
No, okay.
Right? So I'm explaining to you how you came into this.
How?
I'm explaining to you,
Enlighten
right?
me.
I did explain to you already,
me how
but I'll do it
Dice
again.
Came into an
Man,
issue
but let's remember,
with this department.
we
Go
can't
ahead.
listen if we're talking, right?
Right.
So remember that. In trying to show whether or not the police department is hiding that information.
We're not hiding.
Again, here we go, right? We
I'm
take
sorry.
turns. We take
Go
turns.
ahead.
By removing that public record copy from the lobby repeatedly, over and over and over, the department says, we're not doing that. We want to be transparent. They also have footage in that lobby that they could release and say, look, I told you we're not doing it. I know for a fact the department is doing it. And I believe we're both aware that that footage will prove that. I would think to show the department in a positive light, because they've got some negative attention lately, and I'm not here to make anyone look good or bad. I reflect reality. That's it. I can't make another man look good or bad. We do it to ourselves, right? So I said, show this footage. I requested it since it's been released recently. And you said, we now take the stance, we don't want to release it anymore. Now to the public, they take that as saying, that's guilt. We could release it, but we just don't want to. Why? Because what's on it? What's on it? And if it does show members of this department taking it, okay, it is what it is. Sometimes we take a couple of bruises before we get where we need to be, right? Sometimes accountability isn't painless, and we learn from it.
I understand that.
So show it. Prove me wrong, or continuing to say, no, we're just not going to, and we're not doing anything wrong, we're not hiding it, and that's only words, say we're not hiding it. That doesn't do anything.
So you're saying
you could prove it one way or the other.
So you're saying that because we won't release the surveillance footage that we're hiding something?
I suspect that's one reason, yes.
You suspect?
Because I suspect members of the department are removing
So you're saying
those
we're
copies.
Trying to hide that. We're trying to hide that.
Hiding the fact that members of the department are removing it.
That's why we won't release our surveillance. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
That we're trying to hide that people moving it.
Hide that people from members of this department are taking that copy out of there. Yes.
Well, you're entitled to your opinion.
But would you agree that's a negative opinion in the public's eyes?
That's your opinion.
No. Well, that's...
Would you agree that that's a negative opinion in your eyes?
Thousands of people have agreed with that
opinion. Thousands of people can agree with me.
Okay, but let's...
Would you say that that's a negative opinion in your eyes?
Listen, let's
can't speak for everybody.
Let's break it down and be real. Let's break it down and be real.
I want you to be real. You're talking about reality.
A department...
You talk about transparency.
Right, yes.
Be open and honest, too.
Right, 100%.
You're holding us accountable.
100%.
Let me hold you accountable.
For what? Go ahead. I'm fully transparent. What do you want?
First of all, you cannot assume something as a fact. You assume things.
I never said it's a fact. Well, I know.
How is that being transparent if you're making an assumption?
What are you talking about?
Do
you understand what the definition of transparency is?
I do. I'm very smart. Very smart. Don't insult my intelligence. I'm very smart.
Well, I'm smarter than you may think.
I know you're smart.
I know more than you may think.
Very smart guy.
I know more than you may think. And you may be the most intelligent person here. And that's great.
But you are a very smart guy. But you did just insult my intelligence. You did just say you assumed that I didn't know what the definition of transparency was.
See, again, you're assuming things.
What did you just say?
I never assumed
What did you
it.
just say?
I asked you if you know the definition of transparency.
So why would you ask me that? Because it sounds like I'm dumb?
You're saying I'm not transparent by making an assumption? That's not what transparency is.
I said being open and honest.
All right, regardless, so we keep derailing here. But
what we derailing about?
Let's say we see a department has these issues, allegations against the cop. Somebody's saying, hey, people, you need to see this. Read it. Here it is right here on this table for the public to read. I want everybody to know because the department says it's public record. Anybody can get it. It's not that easy. But
regardless.
We'll do the public a
And
better
then-
idea.
but then-
We'll just email it to whoever wants it.
That's what I've been doing.
We can do that.
Yeah, but
we can do that.
But
it don't necessarily have to be sitting on the table
somebody
for them to see it.
Doesn't have to. But
Okay, we can
but
send
it
it
is.
to 'em.
But somebody
We
puts
can
it
send
there
it to them.
if they request it, if they know about it,
and we can
you
send it.
know as well as
We
I
can
do.
send it.
Most people have no idea that exists.
your opinion.
So no, it's true. So,
a fact.
So I took
You're
it
saying that's a
and
fact.
put it there.
Are you saying
for
that
people
it's a
who
fact
don't
that people
know
don't know
otherwise,
the
so they
process?
can learn?
Are you saying it's a fact that people don't know what FOIA is?
Yes. 100% facts.
That you're the only one that know what
No,
FOIA
no,
is?
no. I said not all
What's the
people know
percentage
that.
of people that don't know what the FOIA is?
What's
in
the
Deland?
percentage of people that they
No.
do?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Okay, then.
You're talking nonsense. The fact is, I put it there on the table for people who don't know otherwise, for people that don't have that information, so they can be aware.
Right.
Someone with this department, if they keep taking that, that would indicate to me that department doesn't want people to see that.
So let me ask you this.
And they can prove it one way or the other, but you choose not to.
Are you saying that your only issue with the Deland Police Department is the fact that somebody from the department is removing the IA report from the table?
I won't say that's the only issue. That's a big issue
That's
right
the
now.
only thing that you've been pretty much harping on right now.
Well, because that's my encounter with you. That's what I've been trying to accomplish with you.
Okay.
I have the other issues that you don't want to talk about with that IA. You know, and I would like to ask, how do we handle officers that are found to be lying in an investigation? Because in that investigation, he said, she said, somebody clearly lied, and I'm curious what action was taken against them. But these aren't the things that I've been discussing with you. I'm discussing that lobby footage.
To your defense, that's right.
Right, so that's why my focus with you has
Where's
been
the
on
lobby
that,
footage?
because that's
Okay.
that's what we've discussed. Because you're in charge of that,
I get
and
it.
you were the one, or you're to me anyway. You've been the representative saying we're not going to release that.
Yeah, I'm the representative in a lot of things, man. I'm the representative
But to me,
to communicate with you.
And me too.
Like, I want a positive relationship.
Me too.
I want to be able to
So
talk.
do I.
I want that, but
So do I. And I told you in an email. Do you know what I would respect the hell out of, and a lot of people would
What's up?
respect the hell out of?
Okay.
If you were like, you know what, this is
gonna
gonna
just give you the footage.
this is gonna
That's what you say.
or just show it to me. Just show it to
And
me.
what's that gonna prove?
That you are transparent enough, that the department is transparent enough to prove it one way or the other. Might they take a lump or two for doing it? Maybe, but the respect they would receive for doing it would outweigh those lumps.
What you mean by a lump or two?
You know, you get in a little fight. You know, not
That's
a.
not what I'm
It's
talking
an
about.
analogy. You know,
Okay.
like you got punched in the face.
So you saying
they
that-
might take a bruise.
Oh, so you saying the lump could be when you see who moved it, you post it out there and say, "Hey, this is who I saw who moved it." Is that the lump?
It
you're
could be
saying?
a lump. It could be.
Okay.
I don't know, but it could be.
Is that
but
what, yes, you do. Do you know it or not?
yeah, well,
Why
I
would
do.
it be
I
the
do
lump?
know in one instance, yes, 100%. But
Okay.
it's happened about 15 times. But
Oh, what I'm saying.
but
If you want the public to know about whatever,
yes,
we are open to that. We provide.
That's all I've been trying to do.
information. We are open, but we do it.
but you're not doing it.
How many times have we denied a public record request from you?
You know, honestly, until yesterday,
Denied it.
I only started getting. I don't know yet because most of them haven't been responded
No,
to.
I ain't talking about what you haven't received. I'm talking about how many times have we denied a public record request from you?
Only the footage from the lobby. Every request from the lobby. Only that. And to me, that's suspicious. Like let's say.
My point is,
let me use an analogy.
we don't deny we are transparent with the community because we don't deny the public to see things that are public records. We don't deny that. We're very open with that.
Right. But you're not so open this time. And I believe it is because it's going to show the department in a negative light.
understand.
And they shouldn't have done what they did. And we can learn from that.
So you're saying that the department gonna have a black eye because somebody from the department that you think somebody from the department removed a document off the table. You're saying that the department gonna have a black eye in the community. The community just gonna stop trusting us. They're gonna hate us because of that video.
I actually said the opposite of that. And I've told you this in an email too. What I'm actually saying is, will that look negative on the department if that's what it shows? Yes, it will. But The fact
Why
that
would you want the
listen,
department to look
please let me
negative?
finish.
Why
Please,
would you want the
please let me
department?
finish.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
But the fact that the department still said, you know what, we're going to own up to it, and we're just going to own it.
But why
That
would
respect,
you want the department to look negative?
I don't want the department to look
we
negative.
protect
Listen,
thousands of
I'm
people.
glad you asked that.
Yeah,
I don't.
why would you want
listen?
that?
And I'm dying to answer it.
All right.
I don't want the department to look negative. I don't want the department to do things to make it look negative.
Well,
but if it does, I want it to be accountable and open to accountability.
Have you always done everything right in your life? You never made a mistake.
Listen, you're changing it.
You never made a mistake.
So own it. So own it and say, hey, we screwed
I ain't
up.
telling you we screwed up. I'm not saying that.
That's what I know you're not saying it, and I know that's why we're not releasing the footage. So come
Why
out.
we ain't releasing the footage?
Would it be big of me? Let's say I made a mistake. Like you just said, have I ever made a mistake, right? What would be bigger of me? To make a mistake and hide it, or to make a mistake and be like, you know what? I screwed up. I did do that, and I shouldn't have. What would be bigger of me to do? Which one? To hide it or to own up to it?
No, I mean, if you made a mistake, accountability is everything.
Right.
Hey,
Accountability is everything.
Sorry. That is the post office?
Yes, ma'am. That is. Thank you.
I feel like we're breaking ground, man, and I want to be able to shake your hand and have you go home
always
for
be
the
able
day.
to shake my hand.
Yeah, but listen, what you just said, accountability is everything.
Yes.
So you would agree that if I did make that mistake, it would be bigger of me to own up to it and apologize for it than to continue to
I
hide
agree
it,
that
right?
if you made a mistake,
Yeah,
self-accountability is everything.
you're talking about self-accountability,
Yeah.
right? Self-accountability.
Accountability is
That would be for me to take accountability,
If you made a
but not
mistake-
tell anybody else that I did it.
No. If you made a mistake, accountability is everything.
Listen,
I stand on it.
It's-
Transparency
right.
and accountability.
I agree. So we should agree on this. The bottom line is, man, the respect would outweigh what the footage shows. You know what? I will tell you, if they release that footage, regardless of what's on it, I will come in here and say, I'll be like, you know what, Captain Dice? What you just did was more transparent and more open to accountability than I have ever encountered from any department.
Well, why can't you
I
say that
respect
the
the hell
stuff
out
that
of
I've been doing with you has been? Why can't you give me those kudos now?
What do you mean? I'm going to show everything we talked about. I'm going to show it.
No.
What are you talking about?
I've been.
All we've talked about
Man,
is this
come
footage.
on, man.
What are you talking about?
You're not being real with me.
What are you?
You're
No, what
not.
are you talking about? I don't know what you're
Come
talking
on,
about.
man.
Tell me what you're talking about.
You already know. Me and you, I've been communicating with you.
In emails,
nice with
and
you.
I'm
I've
open
been
and transparent to show
I've been
every
trying
single
to do
email.
that.
Every email I'll show.
Okay,
But it's
no. I
all-
want you to tell me. I would like for you to tell me how you really feel about our interactions.
Frustrated
Why?
because it's all been about what we're talking about right now, and we're getting nowhere. The basis
you
of our
mean?
communication has revolved around that footage.
So you saying what you mean by this? About it's not getting nowhere? What you mean by that?
Because we're dancing around it.
Dancing
Why
around
are we
what?
not releasing the
I
footage?
just told you that we're not releasing the
Why?
surveillance footage.
Why?
Because we're just not
We
releasing
just
it
not,
anymore.
do you know how that sounds?
We are exempt.
So a few weeks ago, you were like, and you said, as a courtesy, yeah, we released it up until now. Now we're not going to do it anymore.
We're not. It's not because we're hiding nothing. We're just not going to release
It's
it.
because you're hiding something.
That's your opinion.
No, it's 100%. Well, in at least one instance, I know 100% fact.
So you're saying that the police department hiding something from the
Absolutely,
community
100%.
because we want to release the surveillance.
100%. 100%. I stand behind that. I put everything on it because it's a fact. At least one of the roughly
That's not
15
a fact.
occasions.
That's not a fact.
It is.
You saying it's a fact? Oh my God! Come on.
So
man.
can I fill out a theft report then? What if I'm the victim of a crime, right? So each one of those booklets cost me about $2.10. Within one of those booklets was stapled a dollar bill, for which I have the serial number, right? So
You said stapled dollar bill.
inside one of those forms that were
got you.
removed, right? So, and this is the first time I've mentioned that, because if all else fails, then I will file a theft report, to which I assume to conduct a fair investigation, police will review that footage to find out who may have taken my property that was labeled, please do not remove, property of Twisted Luck Media, and they'll do a thorough, unbiased investigation, and the suspect, regardless of who that might be, would be properly identified, right? Can I assume that?
You can't only assume that anytime we have a crime or whatever in our community, we're gonna do what we got to do to investigate that crime. That's a fact. That's what we
Thoroughly,
do.
without bias.
That's what we do every day.
So if
Every single day.
right, but every single day is different than what this is.
You
So
don't get no different treatment than nobody else.
so if, for example, the suspect was the chief of police, you would say your suspect is
It don't matter who it is. If you commit a crime and we can, there's evidence that you committed a crime, then you deal with the consequences.
So you will say the suspect that stole your property is Jason Umberger, and we are going to file the charges.
Nope, I ain't saying that.
Why not?
I'm not saying that.
Why not?
Because you're not finna put no words in my mouth or your camera.
No, I don't want you to say that.
No.
So, all right, let me reword it. That's not what I was doing. I don't. You know what? See, there you go, disrespecting. I don't put words in people's mouth.
What you just
I
did.
show reality. What
did you just? You tried to get me to.
No. It was an
what you
analogy.
just said.
If you listen, it's an
why
analogy.
did you try
And
to
I
get me
didn't
to say
ask
it?
you to say that. I just said, would you say that? If that was the case, would you come to me and be like,
Are you
that's
sure you
what we
asked
found?
Me a question. Are you sure you asked me? Would I say that?
100%. It's on video.
Okay.
I didn't ask you. I wouldn't ask you to say that.
All right.
I don't bait people. I don't trick people. I don't chop up videos to make it sound like he says something else. You can see, if you haven't seen my videos, reality, 100%. And oftentimes they're good, they're positive. And whoever's in them, they get praise. I've written commendations. I show reality.
To police departments?
Absolutely, 100%.
You've written commendations.
100%.
How you go about doing that? Like, did you...
I type up a commendation and
okay.
I submit it so it goes in their file.
Question.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I absolutely do. When I find that's deserved, 100%, because I think too much negative is always focused on,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
important that we focus on the positive to encourage more positive.
That's true.
That's
I
my
agree
goal.
with you.
That's
I
my
agree
goal.
with
And you got a good bunch of guys here. A lot of them here
appreciate
have talked to me, and they've been like, they've thanked me. They've told me, hey, please do this. Please don't stop doing this. They thank me because some of them are hurting. Their image gets hurt by negativity. And I've been telling them, I'm here fighting for you too. They know I'm not anti-cop. Everybody here knows I'm not anti-cop, at least below administration.
I don't believe you're anti-cop.
Not at all. We need police, but we need good police, and we need accountability.
I agree with that.
We need transparency.
We say that all the time.
Right.
We don't want...
Yeah, you said it several times in the emails.
Right.
But
That's what I believe.
But within the same email, you're also saying we're not going to show that. So I wasn't trying to put words in your mouth. What I was saying is,
I
as an analogy, regardless of who that suspect might turn out to be, would you come to me and say, your suspect is this, whoever it might be, and we're going to file the charges as if they were any citizen?
Well, it wasn't a crime.
It's not a crime to steal?
I ain't say it wasn't a crime to steal.
Right, to take my property. Is that a crime?
If somebody steal your property, yeah, it's a crime.
Right? And that's my property.
If somebody steals something from you, it's a crime.
Right. I feel like
But
it's a little cop-splaining or semantics here going on.
But under these circumstances, when something is removed from the police department lobby, it's not a crime.
Is that a public area? And actually, before I ever left it there, I asked if I could leave something here. If I could leave it here for the public to read my property, they said yes. So I properly labeled it, identified it as my property, attached monetary value aside from the 10 cents a copy value, with so the money has an actual serial number that I've recorded, and it's my property. Yeah. So that wouldn't be investigated because you're saying under these circumstances it's not a crime?
Did I say it wasn't going to be investigated?
Well, you just said that's not a crime under these circumstances.
Under these circumstances,
right.
If something is removed, and you got my email, I told you
that
anything left behind in our police department lobby by any third party
is subject to being removed.
Subject to being removed.
Right.
So therefore,
I also know
under the circumstances, it would not be a crime.
I also know that it is policy to complete a found property report, to which no found property reports have been submitted as of a few days ago for any copies of my IA report found in the lobby. So that would tell me someone's taking it and hiding the fact that they're taking it. You're telling me I can't report it stolen. Nobody's completing a found property report. There's no documentation. If I left a bicycle in there, would you just take the bike and put it in a back closet and not tell anybody? Or would there be documentation that you took a bike in case someone comes looking for it?
We know the answer to that question.
What's the answer?
Transparency, right? Transparency.
No, what's the answer?
What's
you
the-
said we know the answer.
I give you the opportunity to say it.
No. You just said.
Me knowing the answer
you
doesn't
gave-
matter.
No.
I'm not a representative of the Deland Police Department.
You gave an example, and you said, we know the answer to that. So what is it?
It would be documented, correct?
You know the answer.
Is that correct?
You know the answer.
I'm asking you about your policy. Is that correct?
We document everything.
Everything?
That's
so where's the documentation
everything
of my
of
missing report?
Listen.
Anything that makes a difference? Is that what you just said?
I said anything. Documentation is key.
Yeah.
We're working a crime. We document. We write reports. We document. I mean, it's a police agency. We document stuff.
If I found reports that said, if there were reports that have been submitted, hey, found property in the lobby, I would maybe say, okay, well, maybe they're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to fight transparency.
Yeah.
They just found it in the lobby and did the right thing. But that didn't happen. So someone's just taken it for some reason, and I can only assume from everything.
I just told you the reason.
Let me ask you this. If, I said this in an email, if that was a pamphlet of short stories about amazing things that the Deland Police Department has done, would the department remove that from the lobby?
Removed.
You think they'd remove it?
It's subject to being removed.
You won't be real, man. You're just being
What you want me to do?
I want you to be real.
I'm being real.
Reality is, no, that would stay there.
So you're saying we'll pull the bad stuff and leave the good stuff behind?
Yes. What would be the purpose of removing it? There's all these other flyers and pamphlets and booklets in there. Why just remove mine?
Let me ask you a question.
And it belongs to the department, or the department, it's their investigation. Why remove just that?
So after that document was removed, on the day you're talking about, right?
On the first time, yeah.
How many times was it removed?
God, I don't know. Maybe about 15, probably.
So after that,
I just replaced it again today.
Okay. So after that was removed, and you replaced it. Have there ever been a time where you replaced the document and you came back in and it was still there?
Yep.
Okay. So are you saying?
So kudos for not taking it every time.
So
is that what you get?
No, but you said that if it was something good, that we wouldn't take it. We'll just leave it.
Right.
And I'm telling you that everything that's left behind is subject to being removed.
Here's something interesting, right? It was being removed until I came in and I said I requested the footage for the first time. When I requested the footage for the first time, coincidentally, after that, the copy stopped getting removed. And it remained there for several days until there was like a sandwich board sign in the lobby right next to the table where that IA was on, directed towards youth and their parents. Then it was missing again. I also found that coincidental because the IA involves youth, and maybe they don't want youth parents to come in and see that too. I don't know. But then after that sign was gone and I replaced the copy, it started staying again. And now it's just hit or miss. It comes or goes. I write on there. If a citizen takes it, great. Citizen take it. I write on there where they can email for a free and immediate copy of it. So they don't have to, so they can just get it and don't take it. But if they do take it, it is what it is. That I don't have a problem with, because that wouldn't, to me, be anti-transparent. Only a member of the department doing it would be anti-transparent. So this is all just based around that. And I just feel, this is what I explained to you in the email, I just feel that if the department stands by that decision to not show that, then only an assumption or an educated guess can be made. And I think the majority of people would guess that it's for a reason.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
I do respect that you've decided to talk to me.
I will talk to you.
But where?
Understand why.
But are we? I think I made it clear. You understand why. Clear? And obviously, I think you can see that it's not that I have nothing better to do. This is something I take seriously, and I think
I feel like you take pride in what you do.
Right, and I think this is important. And a lot of people have agreed that this is important.
Okay.
So basically, are we going to stand by that decision not to show that footage?
Yeah, we're going to stand by it. I'm just be honest with you. We're not going to release our surveillance. We just ain't going to release it no more, man. I don't know what other thing.
So why? What led to that decision?
We're not
shock me,
gonna release
shock me,
the surveillance.
shock me. Be more truthful, more
Truthful.
transparent, and more
So you saying
accountable.
I'm lying? Or you feel like I'm lying to you? You feel like I'm
Not
lying
yet,
to
but
you?
let me ask you a question.
I never lie to you.
All right, awesome. I hope that's
integrity is
true.
Everything.
Do you already know that members of the department have taken that copy?
Do I already know?
Do you already know
I'm
that?
not going to answer that.
You just
I'm
so
telling you.
so that's your loophole. I'm not going to lie to you, but I just won't tell you the truth.
No, what I'm saying to you is that any items left behind is subject to being removed,
Right.
and you can, yeah, it's subject to
Come
being
on,
removed.
man.
If you came back in and your document was removed,
Behind this, take that badge off.
What?
Your badge.
Oh.
Behind all this, you're a person.
I am.
So you know how people are going to see that. You know how you would see
what?
that. What you're saying right
How
here,
they
like
gonna see it?
that the department is hiding something.
I didn't say the department was hiding it.
I know you're not saying that. It's that damn blue line. That blue line is a
let me ask you
bitch.
something. So why would you
Stand
feel,
for the people.
Why would you feel like the department hides something? Not the people.
Why would I feel like
Why
they're
would
hiding?
you say that department is hiding something?
It's the same thing I've been saying.
Because
they're
we're
taking that copy.
Okay. And you want to know who's taking it? That's what you're saying.
You know what? I don't even necessarily need to know the person. I know who one person is. I don't even necessarily need to know the person. I would just love to hear the accountability. Say, yeah, the department has taken it. They've denied it up until this point.
All I can tell you, man, is what I've been telling you.
Right. So what you've told me is we did release the footage before, but now that you've requested it, in these circumstances, we've chose not to. Someone keeps taking it. It's not theft under these circumstances, so you can't make a theft report.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just trying to make it so there's no way for anybody to find out who took that.
No, I'm trying to tell you that, like, I don't know what to say. I mean,
Be real. Be real.
I'm
No,
being
no
real.
semantics. No cops explaining.
Oh, Lord.
No blue line nonsense.
Why are you doing this?
Just
Like-
real. Just real. I know it sucks. I'm putting you on the spot, and
No,
that
you're
sucks. I know. I get it.
No,
It sucks.
It ain't that.
You might be wishing right now, damn it, why'd I come over here and
No,
talk
I'm
to
not.
this?
I don't mind talking to you.
And I appreciate that.
I'm not wishing
And
that
I-
at all.
And I know that some people don't like me because some people know that I'm nice and I'm cordial to everybody. But some people don't like me because I don't back down, and I
True.
do. And I'm blunt and I'm upfront, and I respect that from others too. I appreciate that from others. I don't like when people hide things or dance around things. Let's just get right to it.
I'm telling you.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying
Okay.
in general. In general,
I don't think you like my response. I don't think you agree with it.
I do not. I do
Right.
not
My
because
response is, if anything is left in that lobby, whether it's good or bad, it's subject to being removed.
So how?
by
what-
anybody, by the department.
But why is that the only thing that gets removed? Everything else stays.
What else in there?
So there's other things in there. I have also placed a couple other things in there to test that. Nope,
Okay.
just that IA gets removed.
I don't know how to.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if all of these times it's Clark himself. I don't know
Why
if
would
it's.
you say that? How you know Clark doing that?
No, I just said I don't know if it is.
But why would you
It's
say
a possibility. I can only guess, right? We won't release the footage. I can only guess.
that? I get it.
You know. Well, have you removed any of those copies?
I ain't gonna answer that, man.
So you did. So you're removing the copies too, because you just said you wouldn't lie to me.
I won't.
But when faced with a question that you're not comfortable with the truth, you'll just say you won't
That's
answer.
your opinion.
Is that not a fact?
That's your opinion.
Is that not a fact?
So you're saying that when I'm faced with a question of the truth, that if I don't answer it, that I did it.
If you're not comfortable with the truth, because
I'm very comfortable.
you said I will never lie to you. I
won't.
said, did you take it?
And I said I'm not gonna answer it.
Why would you give that answer?
Why would I say the same thing when you
that-
asked if the chief took it?
That's going to be seen as a typical blue line response
When you asked
that
if the
people
chief
will
took,
not respect.
When you asked if the chief took it, what was my answer?
Well, I didn't ask if he took it. You said I was trying to put words in your
When
mouth.
you asked if anybody else took it, what was my answer?
You said you're not going to answer.
Right. So
Because-
why would I be lying because you asked me
Again,
if I
I
took
didn't say you're lying.
it? Okay. My response to anybody that taken that,
I believe
that
if you
document-
say no, that you would be lying, and you don't want to lie to me, so you're not saying no, and you don't want to say yes. Why?
Why what?
It's that simple.
Why what?
That is the basis of everything I'm chasing. That's
Why
what
what?
I would respect the hell out of. That's
Why
what
what?
I assume many people would respect the hell out of. Yes, we've taken it. In hindsight, we probably shouldn't have.
I just told you that if your document was removed,
No, that's your
it's
cops
because it was
planning.
subject to
Your
being removed.
semantics. This is semantics. Blue cops planning. Blue
when you
line.
came in, was it gone?
That's all.
But when you came in, was it gone?
Yes,
Okay, I told you it was subject
I
to being
replaced it
removed.
again.
And if it's still subject to being removed,
Right.
I can walk in that door right now and remove it.
Right.
I can do that
But why would you?
because I told you
Why
it's
is-
subject to being removed.
But why is that? We dancing around, man. Same thing with
I
Milan.
just
Milan
told you.
danced around because
I just told you.
Here's the thing: things get tough, and people dance around them, and they stop being direct.
I can walk in the police department right now in the lobby,
You can.
pick up that document and
can.
remove it.
But why would you choose to remove only that thing?
I can remove anything out of that that's left behind.
You can. You're right. So why is somebody only choosing to remove that?
No. What point are we making?
The point that we're making is, here's my point. Here's where I stand. The department is taking this, I believe, because they don't want the public to see it, because it reflects on them negatively. The department
public wants it, we'll send it to them.
let me finish.
If they want it, we'll send it to
I'm glad you said that, because that gets me to my next point. The department knows as well as I do that a good number of people don't know that stuff even exists unless somebody presents it to them. You know how many people ask me, holy crap, how did you get that? I explain to them, oh, it's public record, you can get it. People don't know this. The department knows that. So the department knows that if it's not openly out in the public for them to already see, most people aren't going to see it. I have emailed out probably over 500 copies of it. I've handed out about 100 copies of it. And the department, not so much. They keep taking it. I want to be transparent. I'm giving this to as many people as I can. I put it in the department. They seem to be doing the
How
opposite
many
of
times
that.
have you requested it?
Request for what?
That document you're talking about.
The document?
Yeah, how many times you requested it?
What do you mean?
Through FOIA.
One time.
You only requested it one time? You sure about that?
100%. Yeah.
All right.
The problem was I already had it when I requested it.
Right, you can request it as many times as you want.
I know. I only requested
The
it once.
public can do the same.
I know.
So just like
But-
them same 500 copies you sent out, we can do the same thing.
You could do the same thing
We will do the same thing
to people who know about it and
to
ask for
anybody
it.
who requested.
So how about this? Make a public statement out there somewhere. Say, hey, we had this incident. We think you should know about it. Contact us. We will right away email you a free copy of it.
Make a public statement and say, hey, community, if you would like to request a public record from the police department, we will release it.
Man,
I don't know what to tell you, man.
you know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
This is cops planning and semantics.
No,
Yes,
it's not.
things are public
That's your
record.
opinion.
So make a statement. Listen, make a statement and say, hey, we
What?
have these are allegations that were made about a cop by other cops. We investigated it, but we feel it's important for people to know. Please contact us if you want to know more, because otherwise, unless we do what I'm doing, people don't even know it's out there.
All right.
Right?
I ain't gonna comment on that, man.
Yeah, because it's anti-transparent.
No, it's not. Stop
It is.
saying that.
It is. Because it is.
God.
100%
Stop
it is.
saying that.
It is.
No, it's not.
Did you take those copies?
Oh, God. I've been standing out here talking to you almost an hour, I think.
And still, you won't just answer a yes or no question. Did you take any of those copies?
I am not commenting on anything pertaining to the surveillance lobby or the IA.
Oh, no, you're commenting on a lot of things relating to that. Just not the tough things.
What
No,
a tough thing. Ain't nothing you said was tough.
because the answer,
Nothing,
to give the truthful answer, it would be tough.
Nothing that you said to me have been tough. If
Releasing-
that was the case,
Releasing that footage would be
if that
tough.
was the case, I would have got in my car and left.
Releasing that footage would be tough. Honestly, answering the question I just asked would be tough. The easy way around it
I'm
is
not-
to say I'm not going to answer that.
I ain't gonna
Like you just said, you sat here and talked to an hour.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna
You
answer
said
that.
all sorts of things,
I ain't
but
gonna
not
answer-
that.
I ain't gonna answer
Not
anything
that.
pertaining to that surveillance video or that I talk to you all day long.
Did you key my car in the parking lot today?
No.
You didn't.
Why would I do that?
Well, I don't know why you would do
Why
it,
would I key your
but you didn't do
car?
it.
I don't even know anything about that.
Did you take my copy of the IA report?
I'm not gonna answer that. I told you that.
But I asked you a different question. See how quick you were to
because
answer that?
I have no no clue about that. We ain't never had that conversation.
But you do have a clue about the IA
I have a
report.
clue about the surveillance and the fact that
Listen,
you're leaving the reports
listen.
in the lobby.
I don't know if like I'm the final boss at the end of the level, but you don't have enough fireballs, man. I'm not going to back down. I mean, we can walk away, just leave it the way it is. But
What you mean you ain't gonna back down?
I'm not gonna
ain't
back
asking
down.
who
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
can I
back down.
force you to be honest? Can I force you to be transparent? No.
So you saying I'm dishonest?
You're avoiding honesty.
I'm avoiding honesty.
Yes.
If I'm avoiding honesty, I shouldn't be doing this job. And I've been doing it for 22 years.
If you're avoiding, what did you just say?
I'm not avoiding honesty. And any cop that avoids honesty should be doing the job. We're held to a high standard.
Did you take?
We're held to. I'm not.
Did you
answering
take
that. I
any
already
of my
told you.
property?
I'm not answering that question. I already told you that.
And what did you just say?
I am not answering it.
Any cop that avoids honesty.
I just told you I wasn't going to answer. So
I know, but you double
You
speaking.
can start asking me the same question about that document in the law because I'm not going to answer it. It's going to always be the same.
You're contradicting each other. Then maybe you shouldn't be doing this job according to what you just said.
So I shouldn't be doing the job because I won't answer the question.
No, because you just said any cop that avoids honesty shouldn't be doing this job. I asked you a direct question. You're avoiding honesty.
Because
if the answer was no, you would.
I didn't give you the answer that you
If
wanted
the
me to
answer
hear.
was no, you didn't give me an answer.
You want me to say yes or no?
If the answer was no,
If you want me to say what you want me to say.
If the answer was no, you'd have given it to me as quickly as you said no, that you didn't keep my car. But the answer is yes. We both know the answer is yes.
Know that?
Because I'm smart.
You're very smart.
I know.
You're a real smart guy. I can't take that away from you.
You don't see it this way, but I'm battling to better your image of the department.
I appreciate that.
It might take bruises. It's getting, it's got some bruises already.
We've taken bruises all over the years, man.
But this could be a big step.
We worked hard to get to improve and get where we are today, and I'm proud of it.
And this could be a big step.
All right.
I know it's some negative bruises, recently, but
I don't think it's a big step to. All right.
Yeah, I know, because just being real is very hard to say. No, you're not.
My real
it started to come out, but you're like, shit, I can't say it like that.
Me being real with you is I'm going to tell you the same. I'm going to be consistent with you.
You're going to be consistent with the blue line.
I'm not responding to who took whatever out the lobby.
Right.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're protecting the blue line over anything else.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
If the blue line, let me tell you something. If one of our cops get out here and do something crazy, we're going to deal with it. If anybody in the community do something crazy, we're going to deal with it. That's what we do, man.
Right.
You know that.
But here I am trying to deal with something right now, and you won't do it. Not just right now. I mean, you got to see it's kind of a big deal. How long have I been doing this? 6 weeks? Holy hell. I will tell you, I've put more focus on this case than I have put single-handedly on anything. On anything like this.
On the surveillance lobby?
Well, partially. I mean, this incident in general, this IA, some things that spun off of it, and now that fact, yeah.
I get it.
I put that in the lobby because I feel like people should know, and I would think the department would agree, people should know. And I didn't expect it to start going missing. I was surprised. I was like, well, hell, they're taking it.
So your stance is we're taking it because we don't want people to know.
Yes, and I know you say it's public record. Anybody can find out. However, we both know.
So you want me to go downtown and say, hey, y'all go get Clark's IA?
No, I'm doing that.
No,
I don't want you to.
So how do you want us to let the public know that? Tell me, give me a solution.
Not hinder me from doing it.
Not how are we hindered? We give it to you
Taking
every time
a copy.
you ask for it.
No, I've got it once.
We give it to you every time you ask for it.
I got it
you
once.
You said that you
Listen,
sent it out to over 500 people.
Because
so how are we hindering you from doing it?
Because I got
You're
it.
doing it every day.
You want to let me explain?
Okay.
Because I got it one copy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That actually is, I didn't even request it. I acquired it. The copy I requested, it took me 4 weeks to get, right? So it's not, I was demonstrating the process to people because Milan said, public record, anybody could just come get it. So I was demonstrating the process. How easy is it really? Not that easy, right? So I am here for people that don't know otherwise.
I educate people and law enforcement.
But you know
So
what?
you're hindering me by putting it there in the lobby for people to read who
But you
otherwise
know-
don't see it.
But you know one thing that I do?
If they want to read it. If they don't, fine.
I applaud you for being a voice for other people, because that's exactly what we expect in partnership with our community. We get out, we go to churches, we go to events, we have other resources go out to connect to other resources who connects to us. You're a resource. I appreciate that.
And you know, I got in a lot of fights in school. You know why I got in fights in school? I
Right.
wasn't the bully, and I didn't get bullied
Right.
because I stood up for the kids getting bullied.
Right. And we stand up for you. We stand up for our community.
But we would be more of a partner if we weren't taking this, because that tells me we don't want to see it.
We can be, so me and you can't be partners now?
No, listen, we got this this wall here.
You telling me no to avoid the question? How you avoid?
But listen,
No.
what question do you want to answer?
I said,
what question?
so me and you can't be partners now?
On what? What do you want to be a partner?
On on
Sure,
anything.
yeah, I would love to partner on things, but we got to be.
So let's start doing that then.
Let's
do that
That's
then.
fine. We will partner.
Okay.
But it's got to be
All right,
two
well,
ways.
all right, let's
it can't
partner.
be.
No,
it
let's
can't be,
talk partnership.
You can't say something to me, and I'm like, well.
Okay, let's talk partnership.
All
Let's
right.
talk about that. Talk about how we going. What solutions do you have to build a partnership with me?
Let's start this partnership with. Did you take a copy of that?
I said, what solutions do you have
If I
to help
can't
build a
get that
partnership?
from you, how can we have a true partnership?
How do you build partnership with anybody else?
Genuinely.
How
Well,
do you-
if there's any indication that someone isn't being genuine with me, I wouldn't be a partner. I wouldn't partner with them because what else are they going to
you
not
saying
be?
that I'm not being genuine with you?
Yes,
So why you stood out here an hour and talked to me then?
because I'm hoping we would. I'd
Why
like
would
to have
you waste your
conversation.
time to talk
I'm not
to
wasting my
somebody?
time.
Why?
Not
Why
wasting
you
my
wasting your
time.
Because you feel like you got somebody that's not being genuine?
I was hoping we could reach something. I was hoping we could.
What
And I think we do. I mean, I think you get
What
it.
benefit what have you gained from me and your conversation right now?
So far, just that you're not going to
Right.
answer a straight question.
Exactly. That's exactly.
That you're not going to answer a straight question.
No. You just answered your own question.
That you're not going to answer a straight question.
You gain from me and you talking. You're from what you just told me. You have gained. What you gain from this conversation is that I'm not going to answer your question. For being out here for being out here a whole hour, out of everything that we talked about, that's the only thing that you gain from this.
I hoped for you to see why the department should release that footage.
Oh, I see.
I hoped, and I hoped you
I
would,
see what you're
and I
talking about.
hoped you would respect the community enough to say, you know what, I respect you more than our image, and we're going to do that.
The community. Do you know what I do in this community?
I know what you don't do.
What I don't do.
You don't release that footage that shows law enforcement
Okay,
removing
what else
that
I
copy.
don't do?
That like we said earlier,
What else I don't
that's
do?
my focus. That's
Right.
what our interaction
Well,
has been
focus
about.
on something positive that I do, because
Right,
that's
yeah,
negative to you.
We can say, hey, let me go, film this
How many
intersection down
people
here.
don't pulled up since me and you've been out here talking?
2 people.
And what did I do?
You talked to them.
I stopped to help them because they had
Right.
a need.
Right.
That's positive. Why you ain't talking about
I
that?
would have done the same thing.
Why you ain't talking about that?
Why am I not talking about? All right. Captain Dice answered somebody's question 2 times.
God, why you?
No,
that's
listen,
not
listen.
what happened.
People pulled up to ask questions. Captain Dice stopped
No.
the conversation.
People pulled
Or
up
whatever
because
they
they had
needed.
a need,
They had a need.
and
He went and talked to them, but he still won't answer our question or release the footage. Is that not real?
Oh my
I keep
God,
it real.
man.
I don't bend truth. I don't bend reality.
Look, I don't want you to say that I'm running, because I heard you say that earlier.
He literally was running.
No, listen.
Oh, the other guy.
No.
He physically ran.
No, you said that I ran. When I pulled up earlier, you say, "Oh, look at Captain
Because
Dice
you were
running."
walking away.
Oh,
And I appreciate
was running.
and I appreciate that you came back.
But I wasn't
appreciate
running.
that. So
Why would you say I'm running?
when you say somebody's running away, it doesn't mean physically actually running. It
No,
means
I ain't talking about
It means
that.
avoiding
No,
the topic.
avoiding.
Right.
But how was I
Which is
avoiding
that's what
you?
you were doing.
No,
All
I
you,
wasn't. You saw how slow I got out
I
of the
was
car?
asking you questions. You
Did
just
you
say,
see how
God bless,
slow I
God
got?
bless.
If I was avoiding you, first of all, let me tell you.
You're avoiding the conversation.
I saw you when I
I knew
came
you
by
did.
here. I saw you.
know you
If I was
did.
avoiding you, I would have never pulled in the parking lot.
Well,
never
that's what
did it.
I agree. That's what he did. You knew that I was going to talk at you.
Yes,
but-
I did. You
No.
emailed me.
I
I know
said
you
you
were gonna
did
talk.
know that. You
Huh?
did know. You did know that. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But listen, I don't want you to think that
No,
I'm
you're
trying
not
to
running.
run.
No, I
But
know. You're not running. I
really
got it.
gotta go.
I
Next
do
time I see
appreciate
you
it.
up here, I'll talk to you again.
I do appreciate you came and talked to me. I wish the outcome would have been a bit different, but you know, it is what it
I'll
is.
talk to you anytime
It
I
is
see
what
you.
it is.
All right.
That's just
I get it. All
that's
right.
an important topic, man, to a lot of people, and
I
I
get it.
I wish the outcome would have been different.
We'll talk again.
Yeah. All right, man.
Take care.
You too.
All right.